in the males, if you want to produce slaughter pigs, then you would want a pig that grows fast.
Nice.
In the male lines. So especially the Danbred Duroc is what we use to produce slaughter pigs.
Yeah.
They grow fast, and actually the Danbred Duroc has a good intramuscular fat.
Okay.
So that it causes a good eating experience when
you keep saying grow fast, like okay guys, so I was waiting for us to get to where we are actually going to, then I start to bring the education and everything, but it is quite a long ride and I'm already learning so much, and I have told you that this is also for you. The kind of knowledge Saskia is sharing with me, listen, if I don't record some of these nuggets right now, I might forget to talk about them to you, or I just might keep them to myself. Then by the time I remember to share it with you, it's probably too late. So we are in a car, we are enjoying the ride, but hey, we are in school. I already told you today we are going to class to learn. So I'm going to flip the camera to Saskia. Everything she says, we are all going to learn, and if we have any questions, I hope you don't mind us asking, so that we get our answers. So I think I would start with this question for Saskia. I'm just finding out actually that it is against the law to import pigs into South Africa.
Yes, that's correct.
Can you talk about that for me?
Yes. So South Africa is seen as a relatively clean from diseases country. So in order to keep that good status, we are not allowed to import any live pigs. So what we do is we import frozen semen from Denmark or from Netherlands, and then we use it on our own herd to improve our genetics this side.
So every country is trying to improve on their genetics?
Yes.
I thought why just Denmark and Netherlands though?
Yes, so that is where the Danbred pigs are kept, and from that countries, especially from Denmark, all of the research and development are done.
Okay.
And so we import high index semen from bulls.
Okay.
And then we use it on our own sows this side to improve our genetics.
To improve the genetics. So now in improving genetics, of course, we are looking at the males and we are looking at the females.
Yes, that's correct.
What should we look out for in a male? If you are looking at improving the genetics, what's one particular trait are we looking out for in the males?
Well, in the males, if you want to produce slaughter pigs, then you would want a pig that grows fast.
Nice.
In the male lines. So especially the Danbred Duroc is what we use to produce slaughter pigs. They grow fast, and actually the Danbred Duroc has a good intramuscular fat.
Okay.
So that it causes a good eating experience when
you keep saying grow fast, like in what space, what time span are we looking at? Grow fast in what, 1 week? And hit 100 kg, or I just want you to be a bit more specific on that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So our Danbred slaughter pigs will typically reach a slaughter at about 22 weeks of age, roughly. But
22 weeks. At what weight are we looking at?
So I'll have to get back to you on that one.
That's fine. We're on our way there, so
it should be roughly about 85 kilos slaughter weight.
Okay.
That's the slaughter weight. So I can do the calculation just backwards on the live weight. What
are some of the heaviest pigs you've slaughtered? I just want you to give me...
That's an interesting one.
Okay.
So here in South Africa, we get penalized when the pigs are too heavy.
Really?
Yes, we do. So we have very specific guidelines on
the
weights and ages we are allowed to slaughter at. But the boars at the AI station can easily slaughter out like 170, 180 kilograms.
So you're telling me there is a whole law that governs the weights a pig should reach before it gets slaughtered?
Yes, that's correct. So they are judged based on the age, the gender or the sex of the pig.
Yes.
And also the back fat. So if they are too fat or too thin, we also get penalized on, and then we get a lower price for our
There seem to be a lot of penalties around plenty things.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Let's finish with this, then I'll continue.
Okay, sure.
All right. So Saskia, this is new for me. You are telling me over here you have laws governing the weight a pig has to reach before it gets slaughtered. It doesn't have to be too big.
Yes. So if it is too big, I get a lower price for our carcasses, and also if it is too fat or too thin, we also get a lower price.
But Saskia, I thought for pigs, the bigger or the huger they are, the better.
No.
Why no?
Not.
I see.
Yes. So pigs grow at a certain rate, and at a certain point in time, they actually have a lower feed conversion ratio. So you actually want to slaughter the pigs also at before that curve turns.
Interesting.
Downwards.
There's a whole curve in there somewhere.
Yes. I'll show you just now.
Okay.
About how they grow. And then we have to slaughter them.
So what's the ideal slaughter weight for a pig?
So can I quickly calculate that?
Sure. I would come back to this question since we are driving. Okay, so that's really great to know about the males, because I really like what you said. For the males, we look out for a fast growth rate, right? Now let's go to the females.
Sure.
For a female to be called an improved genetic breed, what do you look out for, please?
Yes, so we are looking at the female traits, which are good mothering abilities.
Fertile sow,
and we need her to produce enough milk. And especially we are counting the teats on the female, so to make sure that she has enough teats to foster or to nurse her piglets.
Does the number of teats on the female pigs differ from one pig to the other?
Yes, they do. Here at Danbred we have a standard of 16 teats per sow as a minimum. So 8 on one side, 8 on the other side? Yes.
Okay.
Typically that's what we want, but it can differ.
Okay.
But so 18 teats, anything less than that we don't keep in our breeding program.
Wow, you are that particular about it.
Yes, we count the teats as well.
Good. So if typically we are looking at 16 teats, that's 16 teats, right? Yes, that's the word.
As a minimum. Yes.
Oh, as the minimum.
Yes.
So you can have a pig with what, 24 teats?
Well, not 24, but roughly a 17 or a 18 teats is
good. I'm asking this because when you were educating me earlier, I heard you mention that even though it's rare, but you've had a pig deliver 24,
25, 26.
Interesting. Actually. So now a mother who has say 18 teats delivers 24 piglets.
Yes.
And then what happens to the extra babies?
So the extra babies is fostered off to another sow.
Interesting.
Which is also nursing and lactating at the moment. So just to make sure that piglets also grows. So So when I asked you for the traits you look out for in the females, you mentioned good mothering instinct, of course highly fertile, and you mentioned the ability to produce milk. I hope I'm being a good student. Yes.
Thank you. So of these three, Saskia, if you have a pig that has 2 out of these 3 qualities, what would you do? Would you say it's not a highly improved genetic breed?
Yes.
What would you say? Would you disqualify it?
Definitely, yes.
So you always have to get these 3?
Yes, there's a bit more to it, but I will definitely, if she's not having enough teats, or she's not a good mother, or litters are small, then she will not be a productive sow in our
Interesting.
Mind. So we will rather slaughter her out and get a replacement for her.
Interesting. What's the average birth weight of a piglet, please?
So you can expect roughly a piglet to weigh about 1 kilogram each. It might be a little bit less or a little bit more, but that's about the average.
Oh, okay. I don't know why in my head I was expecting some 3 kg.
No.
So at what age do they get to the 3 kg? At what age are we looking at?
3 kilograms, that should probably be around, I estimate 3 weeks.
Okay, okay.
Or maybe 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks.
Yes, but we can just also check with Tanya.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And at what age do you wean the piglets?
So we wean the piglets at 28 days.
28 days.
Yes.
That's almost a month.
Yes, that's a month or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You do have farmers weaning them at 3 weeks, but yeah, they are quite small.
So you would recommend the 28 days?
The 28 days will be much better.
Okay.
Because then your piglets are already bigger and you have given them also time to a little bit transition and get used to feed.
Okay. So because of my background in goat farming, I might ask certain questions coming from that angle. So this question actually is about what we know as creep feeding.
Yes.
Does it exist in the world of pigs as well?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
So,
okay. Tell me about it.
So when I think I can actually show you perhaps when we get to the farm.
That's fine.
We can show you how the transition looks like and
Okay.
what feed we do. So they make like a type of porridge.
Porridge.
Yes.
Okay.
With, and then they start introducing it at a certain age while the pigs are nursing, just to transition better.
Good. So I was going to ask, at what age do you introduce creep feeding?
I don't have an answer on that at the
Okay.
moment, but we can.
You can always
check.
find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't forget. Yeah. I see. But when does creep feeding stop though?
Well,
You will check.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I must really tell you, I don't work at the farm, but
Okay. I mean, you're a logistics person.
yeah,
so
no,
yeah.
I'm marketing, so
Yeah.
we can just check with the farm manager and also with
For marketing and the knowledge you've shared with me, believe you me, it is very credible. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me pause over here. Okay, so guys, we are here now. I feel like we are in the countryside. The land is just rolling on and on and on, and it's beautiful. So before we get down, Saskia was literally running me through some precautionary measures we have to take, and actually given the reasons why we have to do that. We have to protect ourselves and the animals as well. And she was talking about some disease, and I asked, is that what we call the swine flu? And then Saskia, what did you say? So you tell me about that, how you call it here, and why you call it that, because there is a similar equivalent in humans.
Yes.
So please talk to me about that.
Yes. So the common misconception is that African swine fever is actually swine flu, but it's not.
I see.
African swine fever is a disease that you find in pigs, and swine flu is just like a disease that you get in humans.
Okay.
So, yeah, swine flu is not a disease in pigs.
Interesting. It is not a disease in pigs.
No.
The correct term is African swine fever.
That's correct.
And
yes.
what are some of the symptoms to look out for when a pig gets it? It's a funny question, huh?
That's a good question. But can I Google that one for you?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I thought you've seen an animal in that condition before. Okay.
No, luckily not, because if they get it, they die. So
Immediately?
in a very short span of time. So if we have it, we will have to close the whole farm down.
The whole farm. You can't isolate the animal.
You can, but I think it's very difficult to do so.
Wow.
So that's why we have a lot of precautions to keep ASF out.
Oh, Saskia, thank you very much. So guys, we are getting down to go tour the facility. Saskia has given me a special pass, so you guys should thank her for me. So yeah, areas where I can use my camera, I would of course have to seek permission and I would use it. So I'll be back with all the knowledge I'm going to learn in there, thanks to my gracious host for today, Saskia. I'll see you guys in a minute. Thank you.